Hey all YouTube viewers, how's it going? It's me again, Isaac. I had a recent experience this week with something that's just heart-blowing, and it's just, I'm not going to mention it, but I only said that because it has something to do with what I'm going to be talking about today. I don't know if God's been calling me to do this or if that experience just made me want to talk about this. But it's about, suicide is not the only answer. Because, actually, it's not. There are plenty of reasons why people do suicide and why they shouldn't be doing suicide. First off, we'll get right into it. Yeah, because I made this paper at study hall today, and it's about what I'm going to talk about. So that's why I'm going to be looking over here. Anyway, why people do it. I personally think people do it because they think they're going to get noticed like this. Well, how are you going to get noticed if you're not alive and you commit suicide? That's just not right. And they do it because they think there is no other choice. There's plenty of choices to do. Plenty of people out there that care for you and that know you and that your friends, your family, all of them, they care for you no matter what they think about you. Eventually, if you die, if you just go off and you commit suicide, or you just die from drugs or something, not intentionally, but you think it's going to make you feel better, they love you no matter what. Now, I do want to mention here at the beginning that at the end I made a list, and it's the 7 steps of changes is what I call it. And it's about how to prevent suicide, and if you want to, at the end, you can grab a piece of paper and write these down if you want. I'll go slow and I'll repeat them. But anyway, number 2, more than one solution. There is more than one solution. I kind of mentioned this, what I first talked about, but there is always, you can go and talk to people, your family members. You can go and talk to friends. You can go and talk to brothers, sisters. You can go and talk to your pastor. If you go to church, which I encourage you to do, because going to church is an important essential of learning about God. But anyway, I hope you guys realize that the only solution is not suicide, or drugs, or alcohol, or all that stuff. Don't get addicted on drugs or alcohol, because there's more than one solution to that too, not just suicide. Like I said, talking to people, talking to somebody you trust, all that stuff. Also, like I said, I mentioned some people who to ask, like family members, brothers, sisters, moms, dads, grandpas, grandmas. No offense, but if they're still alive, I mean, you could be 40 years old and, I'm just saying. And your pastor, and you can always pray too. I mean, Jesus will more than likely answer your prayer and show you guidance in what to do. You should just, I would ask my pastor if I was going through this, which I hope I never am, but I would talk to my pastor about this, and after I would talk to him, I'd pray to Jesus and ask him for guidance. Summarize this up. Drugs, just don't do drugs, because drugs, they make you get all, crazy, and they make you addicted to drugs, and they make you do all this bad stuff, and, just don't do them. And also suicide, people care, and, they care for you, even if you don't know it, they care for you. And pretty much, I'm getting to the end here. talk to someone. Like I said, talk to someone if you're having problems. Don't keep it in a secret, and don't think suicide is the best for you, or drugs, because that's just, suicide is not the only answer. To wrap this up, I will say the 7 steps to change and just go over pretty much what I said. And here go the 7 steps to change. Number 1 of the 7 steps to change. Number 1, think around you. Think of the people that care for you. Think of everyone. Because, like I said, you may not think that they care for you, but they do. So think around you. Ask for help from God. Because like I said, God and Jesus will always answer your prayers. Always. And even if they don't, you have other people, which God should. And He probably will. Number 3. Think of the happy memories. Think of the memories you had with your family when you were a kid, what you did when you were a kid, what all the fun times that you had. So just think of the happy memories. This one's optional. If you are having problems with your family members and you think that they're not going to take you back or anything, well, what I would do is I would go and I would apologize to them, and I'd say, sorry for what I did here, looky here, I did this wrong, I did that wrong, can you please forgive me? And if they say yes, then you can always go and talk to them about your problem, and you can help. Not you, they can help you get off of what you're doing, help you to not do suicide, and help you get off drugs and beer and alcohol. So just apologize to them. And like I said, number 4, that one is optional if you're having problems. Number 5, I kind of repeated this one. Talk to your pastor, someone close to you. They should always be willing to help you. Number 6, think of those who will cry and suffer if you die from suicide. Like I said, people, if you think no one cares for you and you go out and die, I bet you your whole family members and people you work with will even cry. Because, like I said, the issue I had this week involved someone technically committing suicide, or we don't know if it was suicide or drugs, but we know he was on drugs. Like my whole family members and my grandma, grandpa, and people that he worked with, they cry, even though they knew that he did some bad things and stuff. We all cried. Now think of the people around you that will cry. Just think of that. That was number 6. And finally, number 7, the easiest one to remember. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Don't commit suicide. Don't get on drugs. Just don't do it. And, so let me go over this real quick, because that was the end. That was number 7, the 7 steps to change. So here I go. We talked about why people do it. They do it because they feel they have nothing else to do, but just go and talk to somebody. There's more than one solution, of course. Plenty of solutions. Read your Bible, pray to Jesus, go talk to your pastor, talk to someone close, and think of the good memories too. Remember, I've been saying always go and talk to someone. I mainly said in this video, I think the most part was go and talk to someone. Well, yes, you need to talk to someone, period. Summarize. Alright, I already summarized it about the drugs and how not to do it, and And we did the 7 steps to change. Number 1, think of all the people around you. Think of your brothers and your sisters and your mom and your dad and your grandpa and your grandma. Think of all of them. Ask for help from God. That's number 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Just pray to Jesus. Ask Him for guidance. Ask Him what you should do and how to get off your addiction. And like I said, think of all the happy things around you and what's going on. And here's number 4, the optional one. 4. Like I said, if you're having problems with the family, go and apologize and make up. Number 5. Talk to your pastor or someone close once again. For like the bajillionth time I said this, but talk to someone. Number 6. Think of those who all cry around you. People don't like someone dying in their family. Even if they really didn't know them, they still know that you, if you are thinking of doing this, they still know that you will never be around. You will never, because they might have wished to meet you one day. And now that you died and committed suicide or died from addiction of drugs and all that, they won't meet you now. It's just sad. And finally, number 7, the most important one of all. Don't do it at all. Just don't do drugs. Don't do alcohol. Don't do beer. Don't do all that stuff that makes you, messed up in here. And don't commit suicide. No matter if it's a quiet suicide. No matter if it's a painful one. Just don't do it. Don't do it. And I want to honor all those real quick. I don't know if it's honoring, but I want to say something to those who had someone die from suicide or drugs. I will pray for you if you leave a comment below the video. If you leave a comment and say, someone in my family died. I mean, you don't have to say their name if you don't want to. You can just say, someone had this problem and they died, and please help them. And I will pray for them. I will pray for you. I will pray that they are in heaven. I will pray for all that. I will pray for you, and I hope you do the same for all those around you. And I just rest in peace to all those who died. That's pretty much it. A long video, one of my longest. Remember, just don't do suicide. Peace out, everyone. Think about it, and if your family member is going through a tough time, please go talk to them also. Bye, and don't do it.